What's up, everybody? Happy Black Friday. Take a break from some shopping because it's time to talk Bears football. Yes, that's right. It's Ryan McGuffey. It's the Cat Man, David Kaplan. It's a Friday afternoon edition of the Precap because the Chicago Bears, who are in first place, travel to or already are in Philadelphia, who are in first place, in an absolute gift-giving season. Cap, this is a gift that we all get. And I think Amazon Prime is probably happier than anybody else that this isn't the Miami Dolphins and New York Jets. It's the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles playing in a meaningful football game. And you said it earlier when it was on social, and I agree with you. The biggest game the Bears have played in 7 years. Happy Thanksgiving to you all out there and to you, Cap, my friend, as the Bears get ready for a big football game this afternoon.
Yeah, good to be with you, Guff. Always love being with you, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Hoodie and I were talking this morning on the radio that if you go back to 2018, the where we really felt like they had a chance to make a run because of that defense, that game where they had the unfortunate loss to the Eagles was probably the biggest game. I never felt like the team that was 8-8 and got to the playoffs under Matt Nagy and lost in New Orleans. Never felt like that team had a chance anyway.
No.
So all good. I do think that this team has a chance to win a football game today. Not telling you they will, because I think it'll be really hard, but I'm telling you they can.
I don't know how you can say otherwise. You have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 one-score games the Bears have played this year. I think it's flat disrespect that they're getting 7. I think this is more like 5.5. I know it's not that big. People are like, oh, it's only a 1.5. A 1.5 is a big deal. And when 2/3 of the NFL teams this season have covered, when they've gotten 6.5 or more, I think it's a disrespect. And it kind of goes with the national narrative that the Bears have gotten, Cap, is that they're 8-3, but. And I'm kind of sick of hearing the but quite frankly, I don't need First Take or anybody else, Chris Canty or otherwise, telling me that the Bears are pretenders, not contenders. I don't need it because I see it with my eyes every week. I know who this team is. I know how well coached they are. And I know the belief they have in each other in the locker room. And find a player out there, retired or otherwise. And Olin Kreutz does a really good job every Tuesday telling us this team and the belief they have in each other, it's powerful. And you can see it on film. You can see it in the locker room. You can see it with guys like Kevin Byard on our channel. They're going to Philadelphia today, regardless of who's on the inactive list, knowing, not thinking, that they can win a football game.
Yeah, completely agree with you. And I talked to Tom Thayer this morning on ESPN 1000, and he thinks that they can win this game. He absolutely does. Waddle thinks he absolutely can win the game. Does that mean they will? Again, you're going to play a team that's wounded after losing a 21-0 lead a week ago against the Cowboys in Dallas. They're going to come out fired up at home. That crowd's going to get into it. But in 2023, this team, the Eagles, went 1-6 down the stretch and then got into playoffs and lost in round 1. Last year, they were a different team. Their offensive line is banged up. They've had some real dysfunction in their locker room. Take a shot, man.
Some guy named Brett Kaplan, you might know him, you might be familiar with him, thinks the Bears are going to beat the Eagles 31-14. If they do that, talk about controlling the way that people talk about them from Portland, Maine to Malibu, California, Cap. 31-14.
Yeah.
He's drinking a different kind of Kool-Aid in your house.
Yeah, he says that would be a beautiful Saturday morning. Brett, we will have a beautiful weekend together, buddy, if the Bears win 31-14. I'm not to that level and thinking the Bears are walking in and blowing them out, but I hope Brett is right, man. That'd be super cool.
Kyle thinks we could shock the world and get the upset. So this is where, I don't think it's shocking the world. I don't think it's shocking the world that the Bears can beat. Now, I will say this, Cap. If I'm giving you a key to the game, Bears lead the NFL in turnovers, right? Or takeaways. The Eagles lead the NFL in fewest giveaways. So something's got to give there. I honestly think the turnover battle in this game probably means more than it does in other games. If you tell me the Bears are +3, they win the football game. They're good enough. They will win the football game because the Eagles are not good enough to overcome a good Bears team if they're giving the ball away to them. Look at Case in point last night. The Baltimore Ravens gift wrapped that game. Didn't respect the idea. Vegas didn't respect the idea Joe Burrow was coming back. And even though Zach Taylor had some questionable play calls, you can't give the football away. And if the Bears can find ways, and there's a couple of guys, Kevin Byard included, who's a Philadelphia native. You don't think C.J. Gardner-Johnson's got a little chip on his shoulder walking into that stadium today? Like, this is a day I'm happy as hell to have a guy like that, Cap.
Yeah, and I think you make a valid point that C.J. Gardner-Johnson is going to have a chip on his shoulder. He just has to channel that properly.
He's done a great job of that so far. And he's playing for coaches, Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, that he has played for before. So we'll see. And quite frankly, it's not just coaching. When you have guys in the room that command respect and say, look, the reason you were available is because you made yourself unavailable. And if you're going to do things here, you're going to do it our way. We like the emotion. You got to reel it in. And he's done a really good job so far of doing that. Kyle wants to know, did you have your cherry pie on standby after the Bears game?
No, if they win, I'm going to go buy some cherry pie at the bakery here. So I'll get some and I will enjoy it. I'm only eating it, though, if the Bears win the football game.
What do we got here? If the Bears win today, the narrative for this team changes. I think the national narrative. To me, if the Bears lose the football game, Cap, the Lions' loss yesterday is big. I mean, yes, the Packers could go to first place, but with having 2 against Green Bay, and you look at Detroit now, they got some offensive issues because Dan Campbell chases his own tail on the play sheet. And now with Amon-Ra St. Brown out for it looks like the foreseeable future, 1 to 2 weeks, if not longer, they're an uphill climb from getting back into the postseason picture. This could be a 2-horse race. It could be a 2-horse race if the Bears beat the Eagles today.
Yeah, next week I will be at the Tundra Trio. Our great company, Good Karma Brands, who owns ESPN 1000, owns the Tundra Trio outside the stadium. I will be there hosting some of our partners with my wife. And that game, if the Bears were to win today, either way, win or lose, that game would be for first place. Yep. But if the Bears were to win and walk in there in first, it's going to be insane.
I agree with Lip Ripper here that the running game today is going to carry us home. I think, speaking of, another guys with chips on their shoulder, DeAndre Swift, another cast-off from the Philadelphia Eagles. He's run the ball really hard. The Bears' offensive line is playing as well as any unit in the entire NFL. Yes, I said that. Check the grades, check the film. It's all right there. This veteran group has really meshed well together, and Darnell Wright's playing like an all-pro on the right side. So DeAndre Swift's got a little chip. It's cold. We saw the wind gust up to the mid-30 mile an hour. We know what the weather's been like here, and weather moves east. I still don't think that's going to impact the Bears' ability to throw the football. I don't. I really don't. I think the running game is going to complement the passing game and vice versa. Personally, my pick to click in today's game has been a guy who's gone over this total in 5 straight games. Colston Loveland's gone over 30.5 in 5 straight games, Cap. I think he does it again today. He's not even a security blanket. He's become a legitimate threat in the passing game for Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, and the Chicago Bears. And I think today, in a cold, windy situation, his athleticism against the Eagles' back 7 could prevail. I love the over 30.5 total there.
Yeah, he's playing outstanding football. He's ranked the number 1 tight end now in the NFL in terms of PFF metrics. Doesn't mean he's better than Trey McBride. Doesn't mean he's better than Dallas Goedert or Travis Kelce. So I'm telling you, he's going to be a star in this league. He is.
Hector wants to know, of course, make sure you tune into the recap immediately following the game. We will have that here for you. Hector wants to know if you'll sing Bear Down Chicago Bears if they win the game, Cap.
I don't know if I'll sing. Nobody wants to hear my voice and hear me singing, but I certainly will be fired up. Fired up, man. If we find a way to win a football game today, you will have one fired up guy.
We need C.J. Gardner-Johnson to get under, this is from John, under Jalen Carter's skin and make him do something dumb. Not mad about that. Don't do it in a stupid way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think. I just want to. That's a good team. Find a way to beat them. I don't need to, be an irritant. Just play good football.
Play good football, and the Bears have done a lot of that as of late. Alec Baldwin chimes in with they have to spy Hurts in some way. I don't hate that. I don't know if they have a player that's right now capable of spying Hurts, because usually the guy who's your spy of a
TJ
quarterback
Edwards.
usually is TJ Edwards and plays linebacker. And right now, you're very thin. I mean, when you look at the inactives, and I'll pop them up here real quick, there's your inactives. Hippolyte's inactive again, as well as Noah Sewell and TJ Edwards. Tyreek Stevenson's on the list this week, but you're getting Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson back for the first time in months, having both of those guys. So not that I'd like to have Tyreek Stevenson down, but if there was ever a week for it, Cap, it's this week.
Yeah, and if you're going to spy, maybe you do it with Amen Abongamiga. I mean, maybe that's the guy that can do that. You just have to make sure that your rush edges contained.
Agreed.
Contain. Don't let him get outside you.
And that brings me to what I think is, I'm concerned about Saquon Barkley. I spoke with you on the phone earlier about this. I know the Eagles' offensive line has problems, both from a chemistry issue, from a health issue. There's some talk in the locker room. You've talked about that here on the channel. We have Nicholas Moriano, who's now part of our team, has been reporting that as well. But because they're so physical up front, the Bears front four, though, lately has had a say in games. And if they can somehow make that continue, maybe Saquon's contained. I just don't know. I feel like today's the day Saquon could have a game. But if you have, can you contain him in a way, Cap, where he beats you 20-20? And if that's the case, he can run for 150 yards. As long as he's beating you 20-20. It's the breakaway 60, 70-yard runs. If he gets loose and goes to the house, that could really hurt you.
He hasn't been doing that this year. So he hasn't had the kind of year he's had a year ago.
Oh, well, no. I mean, last year was historic. I mean, this year is average. This year is making Joe Shane look smart.
Yeah, this year. It wasn't last year.
Phil says the champs are ready to handle business in the jungle. You know what, Phil? I'm quite frankly sick of the negativity that you bring to this channel each and every day.
Wow.
Jerry?
Take that, Phil.
Bears 35, Eagles 21, 9-3. Here we come. Get it, monsters of the Midway. Young Sue, your guy, is their Cap Christmas party coming in December at Hooters. Hey, we're going to celebrate everything in Hooters. Christmas. We're going to celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, the Bears being in first place, and more. Kyle thinks it's Eagles 31, Bears 27. That's a very, very high-scoring football game.
All right, let's make our picks.
Okay. I do think it's going to be. I think there's going to be some scores in this game. I do think it's going to be another one-score game for the Bears, because I think, unlike a lot of people out there, I think the Bears are a really damn good football team when it comes to are they the LA Rams? No. But I ask you, who is? Because I don't think there's anybody on their level right now. I think it's the Rams, maybe a team here or two, and then everybody else. The Bears have put themselves in the conversation. I think it's a tough matchup. I do. I think it's a tough place to play. They've been drinking since 9 a.m. yesterday. They've been fighting each other since years ago, since the Fog Bowl. I think the Eagles last week hurt. Last week losing to the Cowboys in historic fashion, not great for the Bears. I hate teams that are motivated coming home. 27-21. I'm going Eagles. I do think Saquon has a big game, Cap. I do. I think Caleb looks good. I just don't think there's a lot of turnovers in this football game from the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think the Bears fall 27-21.
And I think the Bears win the game 27-23. That's where I have it.
I mean, who's your breakout player? Who's your pick to click?
My pick to click is Roma Dunze.
Do you think Roma Dunze? I mean, that's... By the way, I looked at this real quick. Teams, you want to talk about like where Vegas has this team? You look at anytime touchdown plays in this football game. Do you know the first 5 favorites on the list
all Eagles?
Are all Eagles. Anytime, not first. So you're getting value. If you think DeAndre Swift's getting in the end zone today, which I do, is plus 240. Is your first... Like, if you think DeAndre and Roma Dunze get in the end zone, that's 10-1 just for those two. So
let's go.
Picks to click, Loveland. Let's go, Guff. Lip Ripper, you understand me. I think he's got 4 more catches and 31 or more yards. Put that in a parlay. That'll buy yourself plus 150. Cap, look forward to the game, my friend. Enjoy it. What do we got in store for the recap after the game?
I'll be ready to rock and roll. I will be locked in, ready like you, but I will have the recap as soon as this game goes final, and Hoodie and I all over it on Monday morning.
You can catch the game on Amazon Prime locally on Fox 32. Fill up your Amazon card on Black Friday while you're watching the Bears kick the Eagles' ass. For Cap, I'm Guff. It's the pre-cap. Bear down and Cap.
Take that.